A special thank you to each of our subscribers who make this channel possible. Here's today's story. In recent discussions surrounding U.S. foreign policy, a notable disparity has emerged in the military support provided by former President Donald Trump to two key allies, Ukraine and Israel. Brian Finucane, a senior advisor with the U.S. program of the International Crisis Group, has analyzed the implications of these differences, shedding light on the geopolitical landscape and the potential ramifications for international relations. During Trump's presidency, his approach to military support for Ukraine was markedly different from that of Israel. While both nations are critical partners to the U.S., the nature and extent of military assistance varied significantly, raising questions about strategic priorities and the underlying motivations behind these policies. Finucane points out that Trump's administration was often characterized by a transactional approach to foreign relations, which was particularly evident in his dealings with Ukraine. Initially, the U.S. provided military aid to Ukraine to support its defense against Russian aggression. However, this support became entangled in political controversies, culminating in the infamous impeachment inquiry that revolved around allegations that Trump had withheld military aid to Ukraine as leverage in a domestic political agenda. This situation highlighted a complex interplay between foreign policy and domestic politics, suggesting that Ukraine's military support was not merely about defense but also about Trump's personal and political interests. In contrast, Trump's support for Israel was more consistent and robust. Throughout his presidency, he maintained a strong pro-Israel stance, which included significant military assistance. This support manifested in various forms, including advanced weaponry and defense systems, underscoring Israel's strategic importance to U.S. interests in the Middle East. Trump's administration also made headlines with its decision to recognize Jerusalem as Israel's capital, a move that solidified his commitment to the Israeli government and its security needs. The differences in military support raise critical questions about the implications for U.S. foreign policy. For Ukraine, the fluctuating nature of military assistance has created uncertainty and concern among its leaders and citizens, who rely on U.S. backing in their ongoing conflict with Russia. The perception that U.S. support could be contingent on domestic political calculations may undermine Ukraine's defense strategy and embolden adversaries. On the other hand, Israel's consistent military support under Trump has reinforced its position as a key U.S. ally in the region, contributing to its military superiority over neighboring countries. This unwavering support has also had implications for the broader Middle East peace process, as it may have emboldened hardline positions within Israel and complicated diplomatic efforts with Palestinian authorities. Finucane emphasizes that the divergent approaches to military support for Ukraine and Israel are not just a matter of policy preference, they reflect deeper ideological divides within U.S. politics. The contrast highlights how foreign policy decisions can be influenced by domestic political considerations, shaping the U.S.'s role on the global stage. As we look ahead, the future of U.S. military support for these two allies remains uncertain. With the upcoming presidential elections, the foreign policy landscape may shift dramatically, depending on who occupies the Oval Office. The Biden administration has signaled a commitment to supporting Ukraine, particularly in light of ongoing tensions with Russia, while also maintaining strong ties with Israel. However, the long-term implications of Trump's policies and the evolving geopolitical dynamics will continue to shape the discourse around military assistance. In conclusion, the notable differences in military support for Ukraine versus Israel during Trump's presidency reveal much about the complexities of U.S. foreign policy. As global tensions rise and new challenges emerge, the need for a coherent and principled approach to military assistance will be more critical than ever. Understanding these dynamics is essential for policymakers and citizens alike, as they navigate the intricacies of international relations in an increasingly polarized world. That's all for this story. We upload videos every day covering many different subjects, so hit that subscribe button to stay informed. Thanks for watching.